Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, I'm Uncle John. I'm a little short today, so I'm going to adjust my camera. There we go. I'm Uncle John, and I know a little bit too much about TV, movies, and comics and all kind of stuff like that. And as always, I have your favorite elders with me to discuss stuff. And we're always right, and you're wrong, and unless you agree with us, and then you're right too. But anyway, up there is Uncle Rod, aka the Fireborough Ronin. Hi, Uncle Rod.
What up? What up?
Right there is Cousin Amayu, also known as Amazing. What's up, man?
Hey, happy Thursday.
Right here in the infamous booty chair is Uncle Percy, aka is it Doctor? Captain P Funk. I'm sorry, I forgot your real name, man. Okay, and down there is Auntie Nicole, also known as Nikki Guns. What's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? What's happening?
Well, I just have to sit here and reminisce a little bit about that theme song that we have playing, and hopefully there'll be some changes to that. I know Uncle Rod will be sincerely hurt when we change that theme song because Uncle Rod just ain't trying to hear that.
Hey man, it makes me. I listen to Billy Squire afterwards every time.
But before we get started, we want to pay our respects to one of the great character actors Hollywood lost.
Yes.
Yesterday. Bill Cobbs. Bill Cobbs, you may not have known his name, but you know Bill Cobbs because he has been in movies up and down the spectrum for decades in Hollywood. This is one of Hollywood's premier character actors, and he passed away. This brother, won a daytime Emmy for outstanding limited performance on a daytime program. And I guess as a character actor, the fact that he so seamlessly can go from role to role in whatever medium, whether it be TVs or television or movies, this brother did it all. And
he was in a lot of horror movies.
He will be sincerely missed. Oh, he was in a whole bunch of horror movies.
He was in one of them. I Know What You Did Last Summer. He was in the second one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I still know what you did last summer.
I still know what you did.
Man, this brother was in so many things. Chances are, if you watch the movie, he was in it.
There you go.
You know,
hundreds of vehicles this brother was in, and condolences to his family. And Hollywood lost a real one. This brother, the epitome of the character actor. So, as we begin the show, excuse me, House of the Dragon. Now, I tried to appease my castmates by watching House of the Dragon.
Come on.
I got to the third episode, and there was so much tomfoolery going on. Number one, this is just a straight up soap opera. Can we say that?
Yes.
Yeah, we know
it's like
Damon is a thug, man. Come on,
but I was watching it. Part of the appeal for me is that Matt Smith, who was of course one of the doctors in Doctor Who, he's in it, and he's just it's such a different character than what he played in Doctor Who. And
that's who Nikki was talking about, Daemon Targaryen.
Yeah, Damon is a thug, man.
This shit here, I don't know, man. Y'all talk about this, man.
Okay,
I was looking at the screen like, really?
Did you watch Game of Thrones, right?
I did not.
He didn't. Okay. That's why it's so,
Okay, so you getting the cold water in the face right now. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Uncle John is just taken aback with all of the family love.
Yes, because if you'd have watched Game of Thrones, that first episode would have let you know what kind
it was a lot of family love in Game of Thrones.
Wait, so I saw one episode. I did try and watch Game of Thrones, but because it's so much, it just became overwhelming. But that first episode, so the brother and sister started doing it in Game of Thrones, right? In that first episode,
that was
Jamie and Cersei.
They had children.
I forgot about that. Oh Lord! Okay. So I shouldn't have been surprised. But please talk about this week's past episode.
You have to talk about both of them because we didn't really talk about the first episode because everybody wasn't here that had watched it. So go ahead, Raji. I'll let you take the lead.
All right, I was gonna go ladies first, but it's cool. All right, so basically, House of the Dragon takes place hundreds of years before the events of Game of Thrones. And this is talked about in George R.R. Martin's novel called Fire and Blood, which is the motto of the Targaryen family, Fire and Blood. All right, so it talks about basically the civil war between that family, which essentially split it apart, and you feel the ramifications of that hundreds of years later in Game of Thrones. So basically, what you're seeing is the beginning of the end of the Targaryens, and they kind of lose their place in Westeros because of it. So, for people who are familiar with Game of Thrones, it's very political. A lot of things are done for political reasons, and the different families position themselves to be able to get into positions of power within the realm. And then no one is above, anything you could think of: assassination, poisoning, whatever, any kind of thing they can do to get whatever they want. And unfortunately, one of the main themes in this, as well as in Game of Thrones, is that it's two things actually. There's no good people, number one. And if they are good people, they get killed right away.
Either that or they get turned into bad people real fast.
Yep.
Yeah, they pay no good deed goes unpunished. So basically that's what's going on with it. So you see the king at the time, I can't remember his name now, I'm sorry, because they all sound very similar.
Warren.
Amen.
Yes.
No, the one that had leprosy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Viserys, thank you.
He stuck his hand in the bowl of worms, maggots. I was like, God damn.
That was all of that barbaric type of remedies back in the day that didn't work. But there was stuff they thought would work back then.
Yeah. Viserys Targaryen was a king. He's dying of leprosy. So he's falling apart slowly. And so yeah. Literally. Yeah. And so, while he's somewhat okay, he marries Alicent Hightower from the Hightower family. All right. So
we're off on the first episode. I didn't realize how quick that happened, but go ahead, John.
But wait. So he was gonna marry the little 9-year-old black girl, wasn't he?
Right. That was
presented to him, and he didn't. Right. He just couldn't bring himself to do it.
Right.
15 is okay though. 15 is okay though.
Yeah. Well, she said, I don't have to give myself to you until I'm 15. He was just like, oh, okay.
Wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Well, he knew everything she said was scripted by her family,
right,
and stuff like that. So she didn't have a mind of her own.
And the whole idea behind it is that, obviously, the younger wife you have, the more chances you have to bear children. You have heirs to your legacy, to your throne. So there's a reasoning behind that. But that's obviously way too young. But again, during this culture, this time period is very closely mimics real medieval Europe. And so you got to understand, when you were 17, 18, you were considered an old maid and nobody wanted you. So there's that. But in any event, so the Hightowers now have put themselves in a place of power. And so the hand of the king, which is like a business advisor, is Otto Hightower. And his daughter, his daughter, Alicent, is married the king. So, of course, there are other people who are not so happy about that, being the other Targaryens. His daughter Rhaena, and it's interesting because there's so much time that passes within the seasons, and so basically, a lot of stuff is happening, and people get put in positions that they really shouldn't be put in. Literally and figuratively. And the families are at war. So when the second season starts, they're in the middle of the building conflict. And then it pretty much leads into declarations of all-out war in this last episode because children are getting assassinated and queens, the people are trying to kill the queen of another family. So it's
what's homie's name with the club foot? What's his name?
Larys.
I forget, dude. Laris, yeah.
Laris.
Let's not forget about his Quentin Tarantino fetish of feet, because
Yeah. Yeah.
he likes
What?
feet a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm curious. I have a couple of questions about the rules of this damn show.
No
Right.
rules. Go ahead.
So
Okay, number one, there are no rules. Number two, look back at rule number one.
okay. But the
Don't turn your
ruling
back.
class are the only ones with dragons.
The Targaryens
because-
are the only
yeah,
ones who can
because-
control dragons. Right.
Right.
Okay. And being that I'm new to this universe, how is it that they can control dragons?
It's
It's
just
their lineage.
Their birthright.
it's their
It's
birth.
their lineage. Believe it or not, they're the only ones true. And they kind of did this in Game of Thrones. A true Targaryen can actually go and be in fire and heat and not get burnt
Right.
because of their lineage, of how they're part of this whole dragon ancestry and whatnot.
And
if
part of
they're
the reason
Mhm.
they engage in the incest is because they feel like if they dilute their bloodline, they cannot control dragons anymore.
Okay. Now you know what? That makes sense a little bit. Still,
Now, some people
nasty.
obviously don't care about diluting their bloodline because they just be doing it with whoever they want to.
Right,
like this,
right.
like this dude right here. He didn't mind passing his seed throughout the town. So
Yeah,
So-
King Aemon impregnated his sister and had his two heirs that way. Now there's
Okay.
Good job.
yeah.
So where are we now in this second season? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real honest. This show is not a good advertisement for Game of Thrones because this shit is real talking. Y'all know how I get.
Yeah.
Right? I get sleepy.
Well, this is kind of like a prequel. You know what I'm saying? This series, House of the Dragon, is the prequel.
But it's still,
so
it's boring.
well.
So as-
I don't
as-
know about
What?
as-
that.
Game of Thrones
Innocent
fans.
baby in episode 1 is boring? What?
So
Oh,
as Game of Thrones fans, which one is better? Is this better or is Game of Thrones?
I'm not gonna lie, Game of Thrones was joint, but they kind of started messing up a little bit, like around season 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? And making characters like change on a whim with certain things because money was getting tight and they need to go ahead and end the series. But they
It
messed
helps.
us up
It
there.
helps. Yeah, it helps to know what happened in the previous series when
Mhm.
dealing with this one.
Uh-huh.
But I get what you're saying, John. It seems like if you didn't really pay attention too much or don't really know about the original series, you kind of would get lost with this. But they try to do as much of as good a job as they can of making it so that you didn't have to.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
problem with some people have with this series is because everybody's so dying to want to see characters from Game of Thrones, and you have to understand this is 100 years before that, so you're not going to see anybody. I think the only person that could possibly even be in this time frame, and I forget his name, but remember he was reincarnated multiple times in Game of Thrones. And then when they finally had that last battle, he was done. He was like, "Okay, I'm finished. The fight is over." And he ended up.
Beric Dondarrion, I think his
There
name
you
was.
go. Yeah, he is a character that kept getting reincarnated. So if there is anybody that even shows up in this one, that would be the only character I can think of that could be around this time. But there's no other characters from the other ones. So a lot of the quips that I get is the fact that people don't know how to follow it because they're not seeing any of the old characters. And I'm like, you're not going to. This is a prequel.
So what of importance happened in last week's episode?
Okay, so we can start with so the first episode when I told you they cut off the baby head. Okay, so we pick up right there. So they do their investigation basically to find out, who killed the king's heir, basically, and they caught Blood. That's his name, Blood. He was because he actually had the baby's head in the bag. He was on his way out, and he was like, they brought him down to the little center. That was like, "Yo, what happened?" Before he could even get out, he was like, "It was Daemon Targaryen, DA."
Yep, he snitched like a mother.
And it was a rat catcher. I don't know his name. I don't even really know what he looked like, but he was a rat catcher. Cool. But he ended up getting whacked by King Aemon, of course, because he killed his child. So boom, mad about that. So they switch over to Rhaenyra in her house, and she's like, "They think I would kill a baby. I tell you, who would do that?" Meanwhile, Aemon's sitting over there like this. Because he's the one
Damon's sitting there like I don't know what you're talking about.
right. And so after the meeting, she was like, did you order this? You know, she did her little accent. And basically he was like, yes, ultimately. And she was saying she don't trust him. And she used to think that it was cool to try and win his trust when she was a young girl. But that's what happened when you marry your husband, uncle. So, I mean, it is what it is. Well, of course, you know, King Aim is like, okay, we got to get revenge. We're going to find out what's going on.
Mind you, this whole thing is because of revenge.
Right. Sir Kristen was like, look, Sir Eric, because Eric had a twin that went to the house that went to Rhaenyra's house. The other twin say here. It was like, look, go in there, act like you're your brother, kill the queen. He was like, okay, you know, he acted like he wasn't gonna do it, but then he went over there and boom, he did it. So they ended up getting in a kerfuffle. And the good guy, Eric, he actually won. But he was like, I'm sorry, my queen. And he stabbed himself and killed himself.
Hold up. Did Eric win?
Well, the good one, whichever one was a good one.
Did he win? I thought he got killed.
The bad one got killed. And then the one that was alive was like, I'm sorry, my queen. And then he just,
okay.
Like that.
I thought it was the other way around. And the guy was like, you know, so full of guilt. He's like, I might as well kill myself. Interesting. Okay, I have to go back and look.
I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. They both got the same beard. So
I gotta go back and check it out. That's interesting. The way you put it is interesting too.
So meanwhile, King Aemon, he's still mad, and they're like, okay, we gotta get this rat catcher. So instead of him actually finding out the one rat catcher that did it, he was like, we're gonna kill all the rat catchers. And so that pissed Hightower off because he was mad that he was like, look, we could have just been like, oh, Rhaenyra is horrible. She's ugly. You know, she did this horrible monster thing, but now they done killed all the rat catchers in the whole kingdom. So that's over.
And hung them from the wall.
Right, and hung
so
them on the wall visibly. And John don't care.
No. Okay, so here's the thing with this show. It's like, I understand with any prequel, it helps to know what came before. Mm-hmm. Which is an oxymoron, I guess. But that the fact that people are looking for characters from a show 100 years going forward is stupid, number one.
I agree.
And then it just seems like this show should be able to stand on its own because this, although I'm not a fan of this particular series or show, it's so popular. You would think that people would be clamoring for more content of this kind, right? Because everything that you're saying and talking about is on brand. All the tomfoolery and shenanigans is shit that's happened for the past 7-8 years on Game of Thrones, which is cool. Yeah. But for someone like me, House of the Dragon, although Game of Thrones fans may find all of that talking enlightening, that's just boring.
I got you.
Some of that talking you need.
Yeah. There's a little bit of context.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't know anything about this, because I went into House of the Dragon like, okay, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I want to watch this, and then I watch House of the Dragon. So maybe I'm doing it backwards. But it just seems like this should be interesting and stand on its own. I shouldn't have to reference the other show.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Also, another small difference, and I don't know if this will sway you. Game of Thrones, it seems to have more of a comedic air to it at certain times. Like they have certain characters that really brought just a little bit of joy amongst all the murder and bloodshed. But just the little funny things here and there. Certain characters like Tyrion, he was a really good character. So just put that out there. If you
and then they ended up dying.
I agree with you because with the whole, I don't want Marvel level of humor, but a little subtle humor here and there would help. The next show, A Night on the Last Seven, takes place one generation before Game of Thrones. There are a couple of characters that are
okay, Mario.
Thank you, Mario, with your smart ass. Nobody asked me all that, man. I'm talking about how you. But anyway, that's a good segue into our first commercial of the night. And as we go to a commercial break, when we come back, we're going to talk about Epiphany Engine. If you don't know what that is, Be sure and come back because that is an exciting project.
And
I know that
Uncle
we're
Percy coming back up with
so after these messages, we'll be right back.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
As technology continues to bring changes to the world of education, it's time we also reimagine teacher professional development. Gone are the days of one-size-fits-all learning that can only be accessed at a specific time and place. The Stride PD Center is an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that allow educators to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. The best professional development plans are those that include a level of flexibility and choice for educators. Whether you're a teacher, school, or district, visit us today to take charge of your learning.
Welcome back. Once again, we're the Grumpy Old Nerds. As always, I'm Uncle John, and you know everybody else. So that's not fair. I shouldn't say that. That's Uncle Ron, cousin of May, you Uncle Person, and Auntie Nicole. So here on the show, we'd like to consider ourselves champions for independent artists of color. And there is a Kickstarter out right now that will fund one of the most massive comic book publisher crossovers in the history of comics. It's called the Epiphany Engine. And there are over 40 Black independent comic book companies that will be participating, who are including, but not limited to, Advent Comics, Freestyle Comics, shout out to Mike Watson,
Hey, Mike.
Fourth Wall Productions, shout out to Danny Quick, Second Sight Publishing, Sky Tiger LLC, Nkosi, Wiseacre Comics, Royal House Comics, Shockwave Comic Studios, Midnight Comics, Prophecy Comics, New Horizon Comics, Taurus Comics, and so many more. Right now, if you go to Kickstarter and look up Epiphany Engine, what's happening is there is an event in this comic world that draws the attention of all of the heroes from these different comic book creators and publishing companies. And they all must band together to stop this threat. And again, it is over 40 Black publishing houses, and it is an exciting event. I am excited. I ordered my copy. Hopefully you'll order yours too. Anybody else want to say something?
Listen, I'm about to go broke because there are a couple of different covers that I'm going to put in for. And one thing I noticed when I went to the Kickstarter, obviously, there's a lot of these people that we know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We know them, or we know of their work. And it's really exciting to see them all together, being able to get this coordinated and get it organized and get it going. Unfortunately, I did look at what's going on with the Kickstarter, and they need 51,000, and right now they're at about 20.
Yeah, it's kind of short.
And there's 28 days left.
Yeah.
So anybody who's seeing us right now, and I'm thinking we're probably going to signal boost this on our socials. Get to this, man. Pledge the money. They have PDF versions, they have hard covers, they have soft covers, variant covers, different artists. John, when your local guy, Marcus Williams, who we know also, he has a cover. Mike Watson has a cover.
Chris Cross has a
Chris
cover.
Cross has a cover.
Anybody who's a fan of Milestone Comics, Chris Cross. Chris Cross is one of my favorite artists, and he has a wraparound cover. If you go to the site, they preview the covers, and it is spectacular. It's a thing of beauty.
It's pretty dope. If you want to be a part of history, because I really feel like this is going to be like a historical moment, especially in our community, then I 1000% encourage you to pledge. I did pledge initially. I'm probably gonna put a little more on it because, you know, like you said, they have all those like really cool covers or whatever. So if you can support this Kickstarter project, do it, because if you don't, you may regret it later. I'm just saying.
Damn. You're gonna regret it. You said you're gonna regret that shit. Like she's gonna come to your house and beat you up.
I'm really curious to see how this story is gonna end up, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm curious how so many comic characters, how narratively that works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's been a Marvel and DC crossover where they had the Avengers versus the Justice League, and that was massive. And even though it was that massive story, and I believe it was written by Marv Wolfman, right?
Marv Wolfman, I think, wrote it. George Perez did some of the art.
And George Perez, of course, did
yeah.
But it was narratively, it worked for whatever reason, and everybody's favorite got their time to shine. And this is like what I ordered, the Chris Cross cover, wraparound cover. And I'm not sure of the artists that are participating, but I know if Mike and Danny Quick are a part of it, it's going to be huge. It's going to be
and like I was saying before, Marcus Williams has a cover also.
Yeah.
So there are a few people that I think I saw like 6 or 7 different variant covers.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. And there's like, you can pledge whatever from $1 to whatever. Like of course, more you get more rewards, but there are some stuff, you know, even if you just pledge $1, that goes towards this. Like Rod said, it's like 50,000 that they need.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, and it's not quite at 20,000 yet, and it ends July 19th. So
yeah, it ends in about 20-something days. So let's get on it.
Yeah, definitely. And not to mention the name Epiphany Engine. That's just a cool ass name.
Agreed.
I love that. I saw that. I was like, oh shit, Epiphany Engine. That's all right. But just a bunch of us coming together and creating something that massive is huge.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't complain about us not having opportunities if you're not going to support them. So get out there, support. Since y'all ain't going to Starbucks because y'all striking, put that Starbucks money on over to Epiphany Engines Kickstarter. Appreciate it.
Starbucks is striking?
Some people are striking against Starbucks. We'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. You just kind of threw that out.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening. Okay.
But listen, this pretty much every Black comic book creation house you can think of is pretty much in this.
I mean, yeah. I didn't know there were over 40.
Yeah.
That messed me up. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's an eye opener too.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of these I haven't, like I've heard of Advent, and I've heard of Fourth Wall, of course, from Danny Quick. And of course Freestyle Comics. But like Second Sight and Wiseacre, I didn't know.
Well, no, Second Sight is Marcus Roberts.
That's right, Second Sight.
Yeah.
I know Marcus, Second Sight.
Yeah.
But New Horizon, Prophecy. Is Godhood a part of it, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Now that's major. Like of the independents, they've got the major independents as a part of this project.
Yep.
Again, it's spectacular. All right. Well, yes.
Alton said he's been boycotting Starbucks since '73. You know, and that's fine. That is fine. Next topic. No.
Well, shouldn't we be boycotting Starbucks because $7 for a cup of coffee is too damn much?
Hey man, if you got it, you pay for it. You pay for the experience.
The experience of paying $7. Like I can put some hot sauce.
You pay for the guy that's on the cup.
$15.
Okay, well, that's why I don't drink Starbucks. All right, so yes, I'm boycotting Starbucks too. I've been boycotting Starbucks since they arrived. So
Can we boycott Popeyes too?
Ooh,
why are we boycotting? Now hold on, now you messing with the chicken. Why are we boycotting Popeyes?
Because I just spent $17 on a meal. That was crazy.
one meal for one person?
Well, you know I'm a big guy, so.
Oh. Well, that ain't my fault.
$17, but you know
So
KFC
meal
is
is
about like
valuable.
that too. You know,
So I'm curious. What did you get?
I just got a 4-piece and a biscuit, but
What the hell you did?
For $17?
For $17.
You did not just get a 4-piece of a biscuit for $17.
They come with French
first.
fries? Did it come with French
Yeah, that's
fries?
wild.
Or?
it came with fries
yeah, that's wild.
A drink?
Can't do that.
and a drink.
Okay, well, quit acting like you just got chicken and a biscuit.
The drink
$17
was
is
the
Too
drink
damn
was
much.
$2.50.
I should be saying that too loud. My wife might hear me.
That's why I don't buy
back up.
anything from the movie theaters anymore.
So wait, back up. Well, Nicole, we never bought shit from the movie theaters. That's too damn
Yeah,
much.
I got to bring my cousin.
Yeah, I will. Dad shorts cargo pants are the best things ever because I'll put my cheeseburger here, I'll put my fries here, right, and I put my bottle of water in my back pocket, and I'm good. I don't love that chicken Popeye. So
Alton's crazy.
I'm amazed by this. You
But
said
everything-
4
Yeah, everything is up. Wendy's,
Yeah.
Popeyes.
pieces? Because I go to Wendy's and get the goodie bag for $7.
Well, that's it. And the goodie bag used to be $5. What happened to that?
And I think
They have a
menu on
$5
McDonald's
one.
is good.
They got a $5 one and a $7 one.
Can't even go to White Castles no more.
Wait, shut up! Don't tell me White Castle. How much does a slider cost?
$2.99.
Shut up! Not the slider by itself, man.
Is that a little one? Wow.
Just one.
For two of them,
That's the two of them.
2 White Castle burgers are $2.99.
Look it up.
Oh, here we go.
Mm.
Okay, we need to bring some joy back into John's life. John, do you want to talk about Doctor Who?
I mean, because I'm hungry, and I was number one. The conversation is making me hungry. Number two, the $2.99 for 2 sliders is fucking me up. But if you want to bring joy to my life, we're not going to talk about Doctor Who.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and get it out the way then, since you already got a salty taste. Let's-
Man, what's wrong with Doctor Who?
Did you see the season finale?
she
version?
said, "Go ahead and get it out the way."
That's what I have not seen this season.
Did you see? Hold on,
my
Percy.
God.
Did you see the season finale?
No, I did not.
Okay,
I
I'm about to spoil.
was going to watch it tonight, but
I'm about to spoil. Well, too damn bad. I'm about to spoil shit. All right.
That's all right. I'm about to troll.
So the god of death, Sutek, has now taken over the world, right? And what happened is, so Sutek is a villain from the Tom Baker era of Doctor Who, and Tom Baker managed to banish.
oh, wait a
Sutek-
minute. Wait. That was the season finale.
Jesus Christ!
It was so
Oh.
bad you didn't even realize it was the season
I didn't
finale.
realize
He decided
Listen,
he didn't realize he was watching it.
Oh shit! Oh, damn!
Dang. How do you not
Wait,
even
wait.
realize?
First, it was a
Whoa.
2-parter. Did you see part 2?
So part 2, he's hovering over the TARDIS, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I did see it. Damn, that was the season finale. Damn, that's messed up. I didn't even know that was the season finale. I thought it was going to continue. Oh, okay.
So, no. Did you see who Ruby's mother was?
Yes.
Tell me that
They
shit
kept
wasn't
it-
disappointing.
And they kept
Oh,
it vague.
Oh yeah, that was some bullshit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some
Yeah.
bullshit.
So okay, so I'm setting it up. So the god of death, Sutek, who had been banished by the Tom Baker incarnation of the Doctor,
All right.
has come back, right?
Okay.
So he has his minions
Never left.
all throughout time and space. So what Sutek did was, instead of being banished to the future to his death, he connected himself to the TARDIS and everywhere the Doctor has been, he's left a seed of his, right? Which is actually a pretty cool concept, I have to admit. So now that Sutekh has come back into prominence, all of his minions are releasing his dust of death that destroy time and space. So Sutekh's goal is to destroy everything living. Standard.
Hold on, man.
Yes.
Okay. So he's the god of death. So if he
Yeah.
destroys everything and everything is gone, what will he
Yeah.
have left to do?
That's what he wants.
He wants nothing to. He wants nothing to do. He wants life to end.
That's what he
All
wants.
life.
Won't he need worshipers?
Nope.
No, not the god of death. The god of death is satiated by death. So if he destroys everything,
So
he's happy.
Then the only thing left to destroy would be himself.
I mean, if that's how he gets down, I am not here to judge.
Am I thinking about this too deeply? Never mind.
dude,
Go ahead.
You might be.
even Thanos
If you
wasn't
can
getting rid of
accept all
everybody.
the incest and bloodshed of House of the Dragon, you can accept the god of death wanting everything to die.
But even Thanos wasn't getting rid of everybody. He had some company. He only got rid of
Thanos had a different agenda. Thanos wanted to cut half of everything so that all resources would be used up.
Right.
MCU Thanos.
No, I get
MCU
it,
Thanos.
but-
Comic book Thanos was
Right.
on some other thing.
Comic book Thanos
Oh, okay.
pretty much wanted what Sutekh wants, the death of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Get rid of everything. Right.
Yeah. So Sutekh plans are going forward, and then the Doctor does some bullshit with Ruby's memories, and there's the mystery of Ruby's mother and who she is and why she's so special. And this is what pissed me off. Ruby's mother is special.
This is what pissed you off. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Ruby's mother is
Leading into
special
that.
because she's not special.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
And she
fucking,
points. And she points.
that's fucking it. Her mother is special because she isn't special.
Listen, man.
Just some random chick who dropped a baby off at a church. And at the end of the episode, the Doctor defeats Sutekh. Ruby and her birth mother are reunited, and everything's fine.
And he
I'm
cried
really-
the whole goddamn show.
Hey, there he
You
goes
okay?
again. Like, so, he crying.
Okay.
So listen, this I honestly feel, and maybe I need to start watching this. But based on what we've been discussing and how you've been describing this really sounds like this was like a hack job done on purpose for this guy, man.
I'm not gonna go as far as to say it's a hack job for Ncuti Gatwa. That's like saying that Chris Chibnall did a hack job for Jodie Whittaker, right? I think what these two showrunners did, because they faced the insurmountable task of the first woman and the first Black Doctor, they tried to make it overly special, and in trying to make it overly special,
They messed it up.
what was special. Basically, they Ruby's mothered it.
Okay.
You know, they tried to make it special when it was already special in what it was.
They're trying to work hard to make it something and ended up making it nothing.
The Doctor Who is a special show, fucking regardless. But in the fact that Chris Chibnall and Russell T Davies were trying to satiate and go over the top with some of this shit, it didn't ruin it, but it messed it up. Not saying that. And I'm not going to say it was a hack job, but I think Chris Chibnall did a couple of things with Jodie that he was trying so fucking hard to make it something that it really wasn't. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a fucking sci-fi show. Calm down. Give her some aliens to fight and chill.
It was
know what I'm
seeming
saying?
like it was starting to get good because then they start doing flashbacks and then they showed different pieces of the old TARDIS as he was flying through space. The one part I didn't understand is when he was in the desert walking in with the lady talking about, "Oh, I think my baby's dead." No shit.
Oh wow.
I could. So there was a sequence where the Doctor was traveling for whatever fucking reason, and he was trying to escape Sutekh, and he went to this dead planet,
Just
and this
or
woman
whatever.
was basically
Freaking
nuts. And
Yeah.
she handed the doctor a spoon, and the doctor's like, "I think your baby's dead." And she said, "Yeah, I think he's dead too." And then she dies, and the doctor cries again. And that's
Right.
another thing. Okay, I understand that Russell T Davies wanted this doctor to be the more emotional of all the other doctors, right? I get that, but this motherfucker cried every damn episode at least twice.
Yep.
At least twice. And then at the end of the episode, when Ruby goes away, Ruby decides to stay with her family, and the doctor says, "You go with your family while I go off and do my adventures." Ruby tells the doctor, "I love you." So this is the most emotional doctor that we've ever seen. He doesn't even say "I love you" back, which is completely out of fucking character to what he's been doing this entire season.
Well, hold on, John, because in the last 5 minutes he was begging her not to go talk to the mother. He begged her not to go talk to her. He was begging her not don't talk to her, don't talk to her. And then she went into the coffee shop and sat there and said, "Oh, I think I'm your daughter."
Right.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a disservice, really, to the character and to the show, the way that they've handled it. And then we're not even going to talk about all the fucking singing and dancing. So here's the other thing. Right. Don't have my man out there on the goddamn minstrel show. Look, I don't think Russell T Davies, as a gay white British man, understands the ramifications of having this black man, cry every 5 fucking minutes on TV. Just understand, as a black man enjoying this show, I can be emotional, shed tears every now and again. Whatever. When something monumental happens, yes, feel free to have that character cry. But this motherfucker crying every goddamn week.
Even when he was mad, he was crying. He was screaming and yelling. He was crying.
And then have him singing and dancing as well. So now you've got full minstrel show, right? You didn't have David Tennant singing and dancing. You didn't have Matt Smith singing and dancing. You didn't have Peter Capaldi singing and dancing. You had
did Benedict Cumberbatch sing and dance?
He's never been Doctor Who, but no, I assume not.
I'm just thinking of British actors.
Doctor Strange, same thing. Doctor Who, Doctor Strange. Just kidding.
As he doesn't, and ignorance is still not an excuse. Stop having this black man sing and dance when no other doctor has been singing and dancing. One episode will be.
So, John, do you think that Disney had a bigger role in this?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason why he's probably crying and couldn't do stuff.
I don't know if Disney was a part of that, but Disney, there was definitely pressure because Disney is throwing $1 gazillion into this production. This is the best. Now, aside from all this shit that I just talked, the show looks brilliant. It looks fantastic. The opening title scene, best ever, I would dare to say. But, I don't know if Disney was sitting there like, yeah, here's a note. Make the black man sing and dance. And he better cry at the end of every episode. Doctor Who was bamboozled.
Yes, bamboozled.
Damn near.
There you go.
Damn near. Damn near, Alton. I was so disappointed. So going forward, we'll see.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we've blown past that next commercial break, so let's continue. So this is going to be our last show, and we're going to go into our July hiatus. And we're going to be missing a couple of things.
I'm sad. I don't want to.
We're going to be. Oh, I'm going to miss you all, definitely. But we're going to be missing a couple of things. And I thought I wanted to throw some movies and some stuff out there that's going to be happening over our break. And I was curious if you all were interested in what's going to be happening. That sound good?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. So opening tomorrow, Horizon, a Western starring Kevin Costner. No?
Okay.
The pin drop.
So it's Yellowstone, but in the past.
Like, does he do anything other than Westerns? anymore.
More.
It's just westerns now.
Not since Bodyguard. Mm.
Well, he also does this big nature show on Fox. What do they call it? The new Fox channel they got.
What's that?
I forgot what it's called. It's not. There's Fox News, Fox Sports. He's not Fox Sports. It's this other Fox channel they have that he does like nature shows.
You know what, Rod? I can honestly say I don't think any of us care.
Yeah.
Also, opening tomorrow, A Quiet Place Day 1.
I'm going to see it. I'm so excited.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of interested.
Yes. And then, okay, so I just like rewatched The Quiet Place Part 2 just because it was free on television. And I vaguely remember that Mon Hansu is actually in Quiet Place Part 2. So I'm like, okay, so this is gonna be his kind of little prequel part 2.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's actually 3 Quiet Place movies then.
This will be the third one.
Prequel.
Okay.
This is the prequel. So
Right.
there's A Quiet Place, then there's A Quiet Place 2, and then there's Not Yet a Quiet Place. But on the way.
It's about to be a quiet place.
On Netflix, July 1st, Beverly Hills Cop Axel. Get that shit out.
You know what? Listen.
I'm gonna watch it.
The way we clown Bad Boys. And by the way, I have to say, Bad Boys was a good movie. I was wrong.
Yes,
That's the second time I was wrong, but it's okay. Bad Boys was a good movie.
Okay.
You're so sincere. Look at that. He's like,
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna watch Beverly Hills Cop Axel.
I'm gonna watch it.
His old
I'm gonna
ass
watch it.
It's free.
and
So.
the stunt doubles that they have if they look anything like
See
it.
that they're not gonna be like, I'm gonna get you, sucker, when you actually see the stunt double.
Right. Oh, so Nicole, here's something for you. Maxine opens July.
Yes.
6th. That's like
I wanna.
That's the
it's
third
a-
movie in the trilogy, right?
Yes, this is the last one. It's got my girl Mia Goth in it, and I am actually wanting to see that. It comes out, I think, on the 3rd, next weekend, maybe.
July
next
5th.
week.
July 5th.
Okay. Yeah, so probably after that I might go see it and such. But actually, the first 2 were pretty good, and this is now. It's going to have the intrigue of a serial killer, her trying to be an actress, and all kinds of stuff. Because they all pretty much all horrors. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. I am.
So this is a horror movie trilogy about a horror
Yes.
movie about a movie making a movie about a movie.
About an actress wanting to be famous, and but there's like some sort of like nuances. Pearl is the only one that kind of puts you back type of prequel type stuff, but the rest of it is all about a woman wanting to be famous, and this is what she's going to do. But just so you know, they are doing an excellent job with her makeup and everything, because she played an old woman and I didn't even know it was her. So they gave her the Eddie Murphy treatment with the whole different looks and whatnot. It was amazing. So yes, definitely.
Oh well, good for you. Opening July 12th, Fly Me to the Moon. There was nothing funny in the trailer of Beverly Hills Cop. I remember how horrid the Coming to America sequel was. Reminds me of that. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. That's why we're gonna watch it. Fly Me to the Moon, July 12th. That's Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum, and something about the first manned space flight, moon flight, whatever.
Is it a serious movie or?
It's a movie.
It's a movie, yeah.
It's serious.
Is it going to be in the movies, or is it going to be like Netflix or
In
something?
the theaters.
Oh, yeah, I won't be going.
It's about them supposedly staging the moon landing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I ain't watching that shit either. Also on July 12th, Longlegs. Now that's a film in which Nick Cage is a demented serial killer.
Oh, okay. So Tuesday.
So now Nick Cage is a crazy motherfucker.
Yes,
I like that about him.
I agree.
I'm almost I'm on the fence. I ain't gonna watch that shit. Sing Sing. Now, Sing Sing coming out July 12th is Domingo Coleman as an actor who goes into a prison and starts a theater group. Now, I would pay to watch Domingo Coleman read the fucking phone book. Right. He is a great actor, and that looks like some kind of Oscar-worthy type shit. So
Really?
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
no, Domingo Coleman is the truth. He's a great actor.
No, I'm not doubting his ability. I know his Pizzo. I know his bona fides. But teaching inmates theater or drama? All right, whatever. Let's do it.
You a sarcastic motherfucker, aren't you? They in prison. They don't need no damn rehabilitation.
No, they do. They just don't get it there.
Here's the sequel that we've all been waiting for. July 19th. Twisters.
Is that the one?
Twister.
But the tornado movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't even know they was making a sequel.
Yeah. The sequel to Twister with no Bill Paxton, no Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
No original stars.
Right?
No, I'm not watching that shit. And that's in theaters.
Hold on, bro.
So who's she supposed to be? The daughter or something?
Remake.
No, it's not a remake.
It's like
Not a remake,
sequel.
not a reboot. It's an extension of.
Extension of.
The daughter or something?
No. It's just new characters chasing tornadoes.
No, it says an update to the 1996 film Twister. So that sounds like a remake to me.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, wait a minute, man. You haven't mentioned. Hold on.
It
You
sounds like
haven't
a
mentioned Deadpool and Wolverine.
Dude, I'm leading up. Chill.
Oh, okay. All right.
The segment ain't over yet.
Okay. My bad.
We got 8 minutes.
Because
So,
I'm the
Alrighty.
drama in prison. Alton
Next
over there
up-
clowning. Talking
I mean-
about Penitentiary 4.
let's not put out everything. So next up, a small independent film coming out July 26th called Deadpool and Wolverine. How about that?
Small indie film.
Do y'all have y'all tickets yet? That's the real question.
No,
Are the tickets
Nope.
out?
but I'll be
Going to the
good.
drive-in.
You could have
That's a
bought tickets.
drive-in movie. Drive-in movie.
I won't be at the
You
drive.
love the drive-in movie, man. You and Auntie Renee be enjoying them drive-in theaters, don't you?
Ooh, they be hunching. Ooh.
Be up in there.
So okay, Nicole, this is another one for you. August 2nd. We'll be back then, but I don't care. August 2nd, Cuckoo. And that is a slasher family vacation horror film.
Actually, I haven't heard about that one. Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it stars the chick from Euphoria, not Zendaya, the transgendered young lady.
I'll have to look that up. I didn't hear about Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How do you spell it? Is it COOCOO? I'm seriously asking because I'm trying to find.
Hey,
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Oh, cuckoo, not cuckoo.
Yeah, that one. My bad.
Wow.
That one.
Oh my
Holy.
gosh.
Okay, so last couple. August 9th, Borderlands, which is an adaptation of the video game with Kevin
Okay.
Hart. With Kevin
Okay.
Hart.
Is that a
Y'all-
comedy then? I'm
So-
assuming that's a comedy then.
So, well, okay. Has anyone here ever have played any of the games?
I
I've not played one way.
Okay. So Borderlands is the series of games are pretty cool, and it's an interesting world. So, what they do with it is going to be the key. Kevin Hart is in it, so obviously it's meant to be comedic, which I can kind of understand because there's a robot called Claptrap that's in the the series of games,
Yeah,
and Claptrap is hilarious. So
that sounds like an STD waiting to happen.
It's
We'll
Jack Black is in it too.
okay,
Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's star-studded.
Is Kate Blanchett in that one too?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people. I remember seeing the commercial now, the trailer.
No.
I'll probably see it.
So I
did
give
see
you
the commercial for that. Yeah.
I give you two more.
So that would be. I wanted it. It's going to be better than Fallout, but I doubt.
Fallout was fucking good, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd have to be really good to be better than Fallout. Knew she was gonna say it, and it still landed. August 9th is M. Night Shyamalan fair called Trap. We talked about this before, actually.
We
Where the
did.
serial killer is trapped in a
We talked
concert.
about it, but I definitely want to see that.
You do?
Yes, first of all, I am an M. Night Shyamalan fan, first of all. And yes, I did see The Watchers, finally. It left a little something to be desired, but it was along his, it was along.
Oh, so basically what he always does.
I mean, first of all, just because he has to do a little twist at the end, and I mean, that's a good something to always have, okay? You need to always have something good, okay?
Well, it's no good unless you
I can agree with that. I can agree with always having something good, but I got to get something good.
They were great. And
so no lady in the water for you, Uncle Rod. That lady in the water was terrible.
No,
All right, last one, real quick. August 16th, Alien Romulus. Do we need another Aliens film?
We don't.
No.
But this, like we talked about it before, I'm like, shouldn't there be a galaxy-wide warning about those creatures at this point?
You know what I'm saying?
At this point, if you see an egg, get the fuck out of there.
Right. This is what they look like. This is what they do.
Shoot them
Leave them the hell alone.
Face. Yeah, let them die in
investigate, and dear God, don't stick your face in that motherfucker.
Because you will get hunched to death.
You will get hunched. Oh, you will get hunched
to death. Get hunched to death.
You're gonna get face hunched. Okay,
That's
so
what we're gonna do.
as stated before, this is our last show before our July hiatus. I want to thank all of you who are watching, along with my castmates for this show. This show has been amazing for me. I get to talk shit about movies and TV and comic books with some really cool people, and I'm amazed that we continue to still do it. But everybody needs to break. And we're gonna step away for the month of July and come back in August bigger and better than ever. Real quick, Uncle Percy, before Mel start playing that damn music. Uncle Percy, you got something?
Yep, I sure do.
Okay.
It's the last show. I got at least got to do it. It's the last show.
Nigga, we got
See what's up there? See right there? That's what I'm working on now.
PC Radio.
PC Radio. Yes, PC Radio. Please listen. Here we go. Anthony Cole.
Come on, man. The last goddamn show. Yeah.
Anyway, if you like the game Hitman, the Hitman is doing a version where if you know Conor McGregor, you can try to hunt Conor McGregor down and kill him.
Damn. Cousin Amayu, what you got?
Okay.
Two things really quick. I'm going to watch the second season of Perfect Match for all my reality TV lovers. And the second thing is Supercell is out, so y'all need to watch it, okay?
Yes, you're right.
Supercell. That's it. Thank you.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is the Supercell?
Netflix.
Okay.
All the episodes are out. All 6 of them.
Okay. All right. This is what I got. NXT and AEW still have black heavyweight champions. Congrats.
Okay.
Wrestling champions. 2 black men.
Two black men. Congratulations. So, also thank you, Uncle DJ, even though you're not here. Thank you, Uncle Roy, for being the motor behind the engine in this car. Thank you, Super Producer Mel, for putting up with us and trying to keep us on the straight and narrow. For Uncle Percy, Auntie Nicole, Cousin Amayu, Uncle Rod, and me, Uncle John, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you in August.
Peace.